This is 7 National News, and in our top story, the UAE Vice President, Prime Minister and ruler of Dubai, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, has launched the Arab Reading Challenge with more than 1 million students committing to read 50 million extracurricular books. The Arab Reading Challenge aims to encourage reading on a continuous basis throughout the academic year. A large number of monetary and motivational incentives are also being offered to participating schools, students, their families, and supervisors from various parts of the Arab world, with the overall awards value estimated at $3 million. His Highness Sheikh Mohammed said that the Arab world is suffering from a reading crisis and that reading opens minds, magnifies hunger for knowledge, and instills the value of openness and moderation that define great civilizations. The goal is to create a new generation, a new hope, and a new reality. His Highness also visited Dubai's School of Research Science, which is set to become the headquarters for the challenge. And to mark its launch, the ruler of Dubai read out aloud to a group of students. The challenge will be the largest Arab initiative to encourage reading in various schools throughout the region, which contains 5 stages, each of which entails the reading and summary of 10 books by participating students. In response to events over in Syria since 2011, the UAE has provided over 4 billion dirhams in support to Syrian people and has issued 101,364 visas to Syrian nationals. According to official figures, in total, there are now close to 242,324 Syrian residents here in the UAE. A total of $581.5 million has been given by the country in humanitarian assistance, as well as over $420 million to combat extremist groups, displacement, and providing humanitarian support and relief. Some of the UAE humanitarian aid includes $167.8 million for food aid, $154.8 million for multi-sector aid, $88.1 million for shelter and non-food items, $78 million for the provision of health services and support, $63.7 million for the coordination and support services, $23 million for water and sanitation, and $4.2 million for education. Some of the highlights of the UAE-funded projects include the Maghreb Al Food Camp over in Jordan, which houses 6,437 Syrian refugees with basic services, and the Emirati Jordanian Field Hospital in Al Mafraq. By early September this year, relief aid from the UAE Red Crescent and the Khalifa bin Zayed Al Nahyan Foundation to refugees in Iraq's Kurdistan had reached around 1 million refugees. DO has successfully tested the first true Internet of Things network in the Middle East, which is a key component for a smart city, which is set to revolutionize how our cities and resources are managed. The network can relay data from sensors across the country, enabling smarter management of a number of city resources, such as smart street lighting, waste management, and parking. According to an official statement, the network's low energy consumption also prolongs sensor battery life by years. Carlos Domingo, a senior executive officer for new businesses and innovation at DO, said that this is a defining moment in the UAE's smart city transformation. We need a new breed of sensor-friendly network to establish the smart city ecosystem. And thanks to DO, this capability now exists in the UAE. The statement added that the IoT is a future internet evolution that works by inserting technology into objects so that they can relay data and interact with their surroundings, enhancing the performance of urban services, making everyday things smart.
Dubai has all the necessary ingredients to become the smartest city in the world. I think there's three critical things that happen in Dubai that no one else has. The first one is the proven track record of executing on big, bold, ambitious projects like building the Palm or the Burj Khalifa, which is the tallest building in the world, has proven that the city, when it wants to embark on one of these complex projects, it gets it done and it executes on it. The second, I think, is to build a smart city. The city infrastructure needs to be good to start with. So I think the city has a very good infrastructure from the physical, like let's say roads, etc., infrastructure, all the way till the telecommunication infrastructure. There's fiber everywhere. The penetration of mobile phones is super high, etc., which makes it, the necessary condition to then make the city smart. And the third one, I think that the vision of the leadership here and the enthusiasm they're taking for the project throughout all the government agencies is something I haven't seen in any other city. And moreover, they're doing it for the right reason. It's not like other cities that they want to be smart to save money or be more efficient. They're doing it to make people happy.
According to the latest statistics, 3.5 million metric tons of general waste was generated in Dubai in the first quarter of 2015. And off the back of this, the Emirate is set to launch a host of new public recycling stations for the first time, according to officials. Abdul Majid Abdul Aziz Saifi, the director of the Waste Management Department at Dubai Municipality, said that efforts by his team continue to expand the My City, My Environment recycling program and will include starting up 15 new public recycling stations in January 2016, with a view for more in the future depending on demand. He added that these stations will primarily serve residents living in high-density areas, such as parks and next to shopping centres for easy access. He added that each public recycling station will contain about 20 boxes for materials, such as glass, cans, plastic, batteries, mobiles, paper, light bulbs and larger bulk items. Mushrif Central Park over in the capital has reopened its doors after a 6-week summer renovation period. The park has been closed throughout August and the beginning of this month for a number of upgrades, including additional power cabling for more events, landscaping, additional signage, and minor indoor renovations. Some of the popular features include the Memorial Wisdom Garden, which honours the legacy of the late Sheikh Zayed, which now includes English translations of engraved quotes, a botanical garden with native plants, and an animal barn, which is operated by the Emirates Park Zoo. As a part of the changes, it's also been announced that the park will be open from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. Forbes Middle East has revealed the names of the most powerful Arab businesswomen in the Middle East and North Africa region, including many top executives and heads of family businesses. At a glittering award ceremony held in Dubai, officials representing Forbes Middle East stated that unlike previous years, where 200 powerful women in both government and business sectors were awarded, this year, for the first time, the list includes 3 individual rankings in different categories to focus on the specific achievements of the nominees. During the ceremony, event organisers highlighted that winners are judged by the size of their company, the position they've reached, and the overall impact that they've had on the industry. While receiving her award, the chairperson of Al Mascari Holdings, Sheikha Al Mascari, said that during her decades-long career, she has witnessed the rise of the UAE in a very short period of time, and that the country is naturally harvesting the fruits of its investment overseas over the last 20 years. She stated that the Abu Dhabi Investment Authority recently invested $2 billion in Russia and is further looking for investment opportunities in the East, including India and China.
We started off from a list of around 300 women, and the rankings are kind of decided based on their position, the position of the women in the company, the size of the company, and the influence, the actual impact that she has had. And so that's basically how we've gone about it. In previous years, we've actually done a much bigger ranking of around 200. This year we decided to have 3 smaller rankings. So we had the 100 businesswomen, most powerful businesswomen, and the 10 most powerful women in government, and then the 10 most powerful women in the world. And that was really just to be able to focus more on the specific achievements of women in that particular sector. We're just incredibly honoured to be able to recognise the achievements. You know, it's every woman here has demonstrated such determination and such courage to be able to reach the top of their game, the top of their business. And we just want them to walk away tonight feeling proud, feeling as though they have been recognised, and also feel inspired, you know, and energised for the future, because the journey continues.
In my life, I have experienced 3 cycles of bust and boom in petroleum. There was a time, because my main company is actually a petroleum company. There was a time that 9 barrels a day, $9 a barrel a day, $9. And we started, everybody was firing people, but you know, I take it as a real opportunity. When companies starting firing people, I invest in them and I get the best brains. Already trained, already experienced. And when this opportunity comes up, I already have got my pen. Okay, so I have seen it 3 times. And then again in the 80s and then 90. But I know for sure we are not, the world as it is, will not be independent of growth without petroleum and gas.
According to organisers, the awardees include many women leaders, entrepreneurs and groundbreakers who have overcome many workplace challenges and have risen up the ranks. While receiving her award, the CEO of BCI Group in the UAE revealed that their staff is 98% women dominated, and the intention of their group is to provide a sense of purpose and direction to the lives of many women who have come from disadvantaged backgrounds.
Our main aim of the full business is to empower women in the Arab world, not in Arab world actually, in Asia, maybe in Africa, I don't know. Our organization started very, very small with a very small amount of women. Now we reach like between 400 to 500 women. Our organization is the main of our organization to empower women. 95% of the full group is women, running by women, management from management A to Z. We are looking for women who need help around the world, whether Africa, Asia. We go like very, very critical areas where, like Kish, example, women staying there for a long time without visas, without jobs. We bring them, we start to give them a new life, new jobs. We train them for a year. Of course, we are part of the United Nations of Women Empowerment.
And finally, looking to other news now, this Eid al-Adha, Dubai Festival City Mall is celebrating one of the oldest Arab traditions by inviting talented henna designers to express their artistic inspirations between the 17th and the 26th of September. Visitors to the mall can enjoy complimentary henna art from 3 different continents by having their hands decorated with creative designs that are inspired from Arab, African, Indian and Moroccan cultures. Kids can also get the chance to have their favourite cartoon characters drawn on their hands with henna. According to the mall management, the event's objective is to provide customers with unforgettable moments by introducing innovative activities and retail concepts.
Dubai Festival City Mall is based on the creek. We are proud of being part of Dubai, part of the UAE, part of the heritage that comes with this, the Arab part of the world. And henna is definitely a big piece of it in terms of what celebrations are, and Eid al-Adha, of course. So we thought that this year we do a henna festival for all our guests at the mall, and we thought we'd give it with a bit of twist, with different designs, free of course, from different countries around the world, from Morocco, some African designs, some Indian designs, some local designs, and this year as well we thought we'd do something for the kids. So we have some caricature designs for them that they can select from, and the fact is it's also a way of introducing them to our heritage, but in a bit of a modern way, which is what we are about.
Henna, it's always been representing celebration in the UAE culture, in the GCC, and I think the Arab generally. It's always linked to happiness. So when it's Eid, when it's marriage, when it's even the National Day, we apply henna just to show how happy we are and celebrating the event. We have 5 henna stands. One is Arabic, one is kids, one is Moroccan, one is modern, and the last one is Indian. I think the Indian will be more popular because it's very fine henna, and it looks beautiful. It's very complicated and very fine, and I think that's in right now. Before, henna was very basic, the designs are very limited, and even the lines are very, they're not as delicate as they are right now. They developed, I think, because of the multicultural. We have a lot of people visiting and living with us right now, so we adapted to their designs and their styles.
The mall will also host many Turkish performances, including traditional whirling dances to entertain mall-goers with unique and new cultural experiences. According to organisers, various exhibitions of sculptures portraying the history of Dubai as well as Arabs that celebrates the city's history as a regional trading port will also be hosted at the Cultural Village in the mall over Eid. A number of visitors enjoyed the first day of the event today as henna designers stole the show with their art and skills.
I love this henna designs. I love to make henna on the hands and I love the tattoos like this, and from the childhood I love this work. So like after learning this, now I am in a professional way the henna design. Actually about the Indian designs are little things and the small flowers, small leaves, and they are less spreaded. Okay, and about the Arabic designs in Moroccan, they are very big flowers, very thick designs, thick layers we make on the hands like this. This is the only difference between the henna Arabic designs and the Indian design.
I just came because there is a free henna, so I was curious to come to see what is it exactly, and I was enjoyed to have like my free henna is temporary actually. I can wash it, so I have a great design, and apparently it's from Morocco, so it's just behind is a Morocco tent, so she did like fast, and I really like it. I really like the design.